A championship club that was playing third-tier football just 12 months ago is about to attempt the impossible. They're planning to build a stadium bigger than Arsenal's Emirates, bigger than Liverpool's Anfield, a 62,000-seat colossus that would become the 5th largest in all of England. This is Birmingham City, and this might be the most insane gamble in football history. Just 2 seasons ago, they were relegated to League One for the first time in 29 years. But here's where it gets wild. They burned through 6 different managers in a single catastrophic season, and NFL legend Tom Brady became a minority owner just 2 months before the entire thing collapsed. Their current stadium tells you everything. St. Andrews opened in 1906, survived German bomb strikes during World War II, but today it's a 29,409-seat prison with crumbling stands and no space to expand. So, Birmingham's solution? Build a £2 to £3 billion fortress featuring 12 towering industrial chimneys visible from 40 miles away. A stadium designed to host Premier League football, NFL games, and massive concerts year-round. But here's the billion-pound question. Can a club that just escaped League One really pull off one of the most expensive stadium projects in English football history? Let's find out. To understand why Birmingham needs this new stadium, we need to go back to 1906 when St. Andrews first opened its doors. The original ground could hold an estimated 75,000 spectators, making it one of England's grandest venues. For decades, it stood as a fortress in the heart of Birmingham. Then World War II changed everything. St. Andrews was hit by German bombs 20 times, causing devastating damage across the stadium. But the most shocking incident wasn't even from enemy action. The main stand burned down when a fireman accidentally used petrol instead of water while fighting a fire. The irony was painful and the damage catastrophic. The stadium was rebuilt in the 1950s with new stands and floodlights, but then virtually nothing changed for decades. By the 1990s, when new owners rescued Birmingham from administration, they had to launch a massive 6-year redevelopment program just to comply with the Taylor Report's all-seater requirements. 3 stands were completely rebuilt from scratch, reducing capacity to just over 30,000 seats. But even after spending millions on renovations, the nightmare wasn't over. In December 2020, routine structural surveys uncovered severe defects in the steel framework supporting the Cop and Tilton Road stands. Specialists discovered critical problems with the steel structure on which the precast concrete units were laid. To prevent a potential construction disaster, both lower tiers were immediately closed, removing nearly 9,000 seats from the stadium overnight. The structural issues were so serious that Birmingham had to demolish entire sections. In November 2022, contractors began removing all precast concrete units from both lower stands, exposing the faulty steelwork underneath. Water ingress had compromised structural integrity over years of neglect. The repairs took nearly 3 years to complete, with the lower Tilton Road stand finally reopening in September 2023. Here's what makes Birmingham's situation unique compared to other stadium redevelopments. St. Andrews is completely hemmed in by residential neighborhoods on all sides, making any expansion physically impossible. Unlike Liverpool's Anfield or Manchester United's Old Trafford, which could add stands incrementally, Birmingham has nowhere to grow. The club is literally trapped in a 29,000-seat prison, with fans packing the place to 91% capacity every match. But this isn't even the first time Birmingham has tried to escape St. Andrews. In 2004, managing director Tom Brady championed plans for a spectacular 55,000 capacity City of Birmingham Stadium that would have been built essentially for free by Las Vegas Sands in exchange for a super casino license. Birmingham would get the 4th largest stadium in England with no cost to taxpayers. But Birmingham City Council catastrophically backed the wrong bid. The government scrapped the entire super casino program, and Birmingham ended up with nothing. This 2004 failure still haunts the club today. The ownership chaos that followed made any stadium investment impossible. When Hong Kong businessman Carson Yeung completed his £81.5 million takeover in October 2009, it initially seemed promising. Birmingham even won the 2011 League Cup, defeating Arsenal in a famous upset. But disaster struck when Young was arrested in June 2011 on money laundering charges. The club entered financial purgatory. Between 2011 and 2023, 12 years, Birmingham had no meaningful stadium investment because ownership was paralyzed by legal issues. Young was convicted in 2014, but still controlled the club from prison. Then in October 2016, Trillion Trophy Asia acquired majority control, but their ownership proved equally disastrous. In 2018, they sold the stadium itself for £22.8 million to Birmingham City Stadium Limited just to balance the books, forcing the club to lease back their own ground. That's where American billionaire Tom Wagner and Knighthead Capital Management stepped in. Taking over in July 2023, Wagner immediately recognized the brutal reality. Birmingham was operating in a stadium that didn't reflect where the club needed to be. Their solution wasn't just renovation, it was a complete revolution. But after decades of false promises and broken dreams, can Birmingham supporters actually believe this time will be different? Now, let's talk about what this new stadium will actually look like. And trust me, this isn't just another cookie-cutter bowl. The stadium has been dubbed the Birmingham City Powerhouse, though that's just a working name until naming rights are sold. The design was revealed in November 2025 at a spectacular launch event celebrating the club's 151st anniversary. And the visuals? They left football fans worldwide absolutely stunned. Birmingham selected Heatherwick Studio and Manica Architecture after a fierce competition that included several architectural titans. Tom Wagner wanted, quote, a stadium recognizable around the globe, yet rooted in the history of Birmingham. And that's exactly what they're getting. The capacity? A staggering 62,000 spectators. To put that in perspective, that's bigger than Arsenal's Emirates Stadium. It would make it the largest stadium in the Midlands, bigger than anything Villa or Wolves could dream of. For a club currently in League One, averaging 26,000 fans per match, this is absolutely insane ambition. But capacity isn't even the revolutionary part. The design features 12 towering chimney-like structures, inspired by the brickworks that once stood on the Bordsley Green site. These aren't just aesthetic flourishes, they're structural, supporting the retractable roof while serving as ventilation shafts, staircases, and lift cores, all in one. Here's the brilliant part. One chimney will house a lift transporting visitors to what will become Birmingham's highest bar, offering panoramic city views from 35 miles away. Think of it as the stadium's iconic centerpiece, a landmark visible across the entire West Midlands that celebrates the city's industrial heritage. The Stadium Bowl has been designed with maximum intensity in mind. The stands pull as close and as steep to the pitch as regulations allow, creating a 360-degree wall of fans that will intimidate any visiting team. Tom Wagner promises it will give Birmingham, quote, a competitive advantage from day one. Then there's the retractable roof and movable pitch, the same cutting-edge technology used at Tottenham Stadium. The pitch can slide away to protect the playing surface during concerts, NFL games, and other events, transforming the venue from a football-only facility into a year-round entertainment destination. The ground-level experience has been equally prioritized. Rather than creating a venue that's dead except on match days, the stadium will feature markets, cafes, restaurants, play areas, and social spaces, operating 365 days a year. This isn't just a stadium, it's a complete public destination integrated into the community. The technology inside is equally impressive. The stadium will feature massive LED video screens integrated throughout the bowl, providing crystal clear replays and immersive matchday content that modern fans expect. The wider Sports Quarter master plan includes a potential 15,000 to 20,000 capacity indoor arena, a women's stadium, and a state-of-the-art training facility. In December 2025, Birmingham officially appointed Probuilds to design the training complex, which will consolidate the men's, women's, and academy teams under one roof for the first time in club history. The exterior will dominate Birmingham's skyline. The 12 chimneys create an instantly recognizable silhouette that celebrates the city's industrial past while pointing toward its future. This isn't just evolution, it's a complete transformation into a sports entertainment complex that generates revenue year-round. But here's where Birmingham's ambitious vision collides with harsh reality, and the problems are absolutely massive. The new stadium is planned for the former Birmingham Wheels site in Bordesley Green. Knighthead acquired the 48-acre plot in April 2024, a site once known for grassroots motorsport and stock car racing. But here's the problem: 48 acres isn't enough. The full sports quarter vision stretches to around 125 acres, meaning additional land must still be acquired from surrounding private owners. In the UK, land assembly at this scale can take years, and a single holdout can delay everything. The political backdrop only raises the stakes. In September 2023, Birmingham City Council issued a Section 114 notice, effectively declaring bankruptcy. The same authority now tasked with approving a £1 billion stadium is cutting core services across the city. And yet, despite that, the project has strong backing at national level. In February 2025, Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy publicly endorsed the development, signaling genuine support from central government. The build itself is being planned in phases. First the stadium, then a new populous design training complex, bringing the men's, women's, and academy teams together for the first time. Phased construction helps manage risk and generate revenue earlier, but it also means multiple planning approvals, overlapping timelines, and zero margin for delay. History offers a warning. Tottenham's similarly complex 62,000-seat stadium took over a decade from concept to completion, with costs ballooning from £400 million to more than £1 billion. Birmingham is trying to do something comparable in half the time, without Premier League revenues. Birmingham just won League One with a record-breaking 111 points in the 2024-25 season. They're back in the championship now and pushing hard for Premier League return. The club has genuine ambition backed by serious investment. Knighthead has already invested £100 million into Birmingham City, showing this isn't just talk. Then there's the St Andrews dilemma. The 118-year-old stadium has been an asset of community value since 2013, complicating any sale or redevelopment. The club has continued investing in upgrades, even as its long-term future remains unclear. Demolition seems likely, but alternatives, from community use to a women's team base, all bring planning challenges of their own. The actual build itself presents enormous challenges. A 62,000-seat arena with a retractable roof, movable pitch, and complex structural towers demands elite engineering, huge machinery, and thousands of workers. On a project this large, delays and cost overruns are almost inevitable. Birmingham City is attempting something extraordinary. They want to build one of the most ambitious stadiums in England in just 5 years, on land that is still being assembled while navigating approvals from a bankrupt council. Tom Wagner himself admits the timeline is lunacy, but here's the thing: the government backs it, the investment is real, and the ambition is genuine. Now the real question is this: where does the money come from, and how does a championship club fund a £1 billion dream? Birmingham City's co-owner Tom Wagner has publicly stated that the wider sports quarter project could cost between £2 billion and £3 billion. That figure doesn't just put this development ahead of most English stadiums, it places it among the most expensive sports-led regeneration projects anywhere in world football. For comparison, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, often cited as the gold standard of modern stadium development, cost around £1.2 billion. So how can a championship club even contemplate a project of this scale? The answer lies in a crucial financial distinction. Under English football's profit and sustainability rules, infrastructure spending, including stadiums and training facilities, is excluded from squad spending calculations. In simple terms, money spent on concrete doesn't limit money spent on players. That allows Knighthead to invest heavily in the stadium without directly restricting Birmingham City's football operations, and Knighthead has the financial capacity to do it. The firm manages around £9 billion in assets and has already committed more than £100 million to the club since taking control. But this won't be a solo effort. The sports quarter is expected to be funded through a mix of private equity, institutional investment, and long-term capital partners, spreading risk across multiple stakeholders rather than loading it all onto the club. One of the biggest revenue pillars is naming rights. Wagner has confirmed that the stadium's naming rights will be sold to the highest bidder for a landmark venue in England's second-largest city, designed to host football, NFL games, concerts, and major events year-round. A long-term naming deal could be worth hundreds of millions of pounds over its lifetime, potentially secured before the stadium even opens. The wider economic case is equally bold. Birmingham City has projected that the sports quarter could contribute hundreds of millions of pounds annually to the local economy. Unlike traditional football grounds that sit idle for most of the week, this stadium is designed to operate almost continuously, hosting international sport, live music, conferences, and entertainment alongside match days. But the risks are just as real as the rewards. Cost overruns aren't a risk, they're the norm. Tottenham's stadium budget more than doubled from early estimates, and Everton's new ground has climbed far beyond its original price. On a project measured in billions, even a small percentage increase can mean hundreds of millions in extra costs. Then there's the football itself. Birmingham City have already shown they're willing to spend, breaking League One's transfer record with the £15 million signing of Jay Stansfield. But if promotion stalls or Premier League football remains out of reach for years, the entire financial model comes under strain. Servicing debt on a stadium of this scale requires elite-level revenues, not championship economics. And yet, here's the brutal truth. Birmingham City may not be able to afford not to build this stadium. Staying at St Andrews caps income, restricts commercial growth, and traps the club in the financial reality of the second tier, no matter how wealthy the owners are. Modern football is an arms race. Newcastle's rise after takeover was only possible because they already had a large revenue-generating stadium. Without a new home, Birmingham would never reach that level. So what do you think? Is this a bold masterstroke or a financial gamble that could backfire? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more football stories.